I repeat, we're coming in for a landing, but a nice and sketchy one. Oh my gosh, take off. Take off! Take off! Whoa, look at this dude. Hello and welcome back everybody, my name is LittleCornDogs, and in today's video, I'm making the command K16B. It's also known as the Tula from GTA 5. And yeah, I'm just super excited to make this thing. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it land on water like the original, but it is definitely going to be able to VTOL. So let's get to building. All right, so starting off with the nose here, basically what I'm going to be doing is making it extremely sharp. And then I'm going to just basically try and round it off the best I can. Now, I'm basically just going to do small, not as small, medium, and then instead of doing a 4x4 wedge like I'm going to be doing on the bottom, with this, I'm just going to flatten it off. But yeah, like I said, with the bottom, I'm just going to copy these and then flip them like so. So, you know, it's looking nice and round here. But now I'm also going to add a 4x1. So let me flip that and bring these in like so. Now to add the width, I'm just going to basically do the same thing I did with the top half. And yeah, just essentially keep going all the way back so it gives it that nice dimension and a nice round shape. So let me get these guys and basically just copy them and bring them up. And then I'm going to copy them again, and then I'm just going to do that for the top half, like right here. But instead of doing a 3x1 on this side, I think I'm gonna actually do a 4x1. So I'm gonna copy this and bring that back like so. It just looks a little bit sharper and kind of adds more to the rounded shape. So let me just go ahead and put a 2x4 right here. Yeah, that looks good. And now I'm gonna copy this 1x4 slope and just put it there and there. Now with all these holes and gaps that you see on the side view, basically just fill these in. So little 2x1s here and here to hold on the nose, some 3x1s to hold on that rounded bit on top, and then 2x4 on the bottom here should be holding this part together. And then a 1x4 block, I'll bring that in like so. So now it's time for the bottom half, where I'm basically just going to round off or kind of add a sharper angle to make it look more like a boat plane, seaplane, whatever. So yeah, let me get these wedge pieces like this and just bring it in. And I think I'm gonna build that back like 2 times, and then I'm gonna start going up because this thing's really stubby in real life. So we're gonna have to build that tail pretty sharp. But now let's build this up, add 2 little 3x1s here and here. And now it is time for the front windshield. So let's bring this in, add a 2x1 here. And now we're gonna go really sharp with the corners here. So I'm gonna do something like that, and then something like this. And then of course, to fill in that flat windshield, we're gonna do that. Now for these holes, I'm just gonna do something simple like this 4x1 here, just so it's all holding on and it looks nice. Now I'm not sure about you guys, but when it comes to block optimization, I probably don't do the best. Surprise, surprise. What's new with corn dogs? Your boy's always putting way too many blocks than he should be. But hey, I like to make sure that my paint job looks good. All right, now for the tail, to give it that nice little boat look, let's go ahead and add this thing here, a 4x1 wedge, and I'm basically just gonna build this back like 3 times, I think. But then to give it that nice swoop upwards, I'm gonna do just a 3x1 to give it a gradual little up kick here towards the back end. Not that noticeable, but you know, kind of trying to add the shape like the original version has. So now that we got that, I'm gonna get a 4x1 wedge and basically just flip it. Now essentially what I'm doing here is I'm just adding a gradual slope going upwards. This is gonna give it that more of a boat look, you know, something that would have a better buoyancy and just a better shape for the water. So to get that nice boat shape like I was talking about, basically you just copy these and you bring them in 4, and then we'll put a 1x4 in here as well. But you can see that the shape is getting to more of what I was explaining there. So let me go ahead and copy this and bring it up, and then I'll just do back by 1, I think. Now I'll put a cube in here for the tail end to just be able to hold on, and then I'll round off this back end because the original version has a nice tail that's rounded like that. Sweet. Well, let's go ahead and just copy and bring these up and back like so. Let's make sure that it is in line with the rest of the frame here, and it looks like it is. And then essentially we will just double this up like so, and then we will bring it back just so it's all kind of connected. And then eventually we're going to add a gradual slope going down towards the tail here. So let me do something like this. I will flip it, and yeah, Yeah, there we go. That looks good. And to fill in this little gap here, let me add the little 1x2. All right, and then just to build up this back half here, I'm gonna do another 4 and then a sloped 4x1. Now I'm not really sure how the tail is looking right now, so I'm just gonna add a 2x1 right there. And I'm thinking for the tail, I can kind of just add a 4x1 and then grab this rounded bit and just put it on the end. Yeah, something like that. Now let me add a 2x1, another 2x1, a 3x1 to fill in this gap, and then little tiny baby elevator fins. Now, so that this is all holding, I'm putting a 2x4 in there. And now to get that nice rounded bit on the back end that is also connected with the bottom half, I'm gonna get these little rounded ailerons, and yeah, you can kind of just see it all connects and swoops down, and yeah, looks pretty good. So to kind of taper off the cockpit here, I'm gonna add a 2x1, and then kind of to just go all the way down like steps, I'm gonna add a 4x1 and then another 4x1, and then we will just fill in this gap here. Now same thing as the front, like I was saying, any gaps that you see here or anything that is loose, just kind of connect it, of course, the most efficiently that you can. So most likely just add little 4x1s going in here to kind of just hold everything together. Sweet. Well, now that mine is all connected, let's fill in the roof here. So super simple. We're gonna get some 2x4s and just bring them in, and then some 2x1s and bring those in. Now let me add a 4x1 right here, a 2x1 right here, and now you can see we have room for the pistons that are going to be connected to the wings to stick out. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and make this all glass just so it's a little bit easier to see. And now let's add the pistons in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip these because they already have an attachment point on the bottom half. Now with these, I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to do shift and toggle. I'm going to do auto reset. Speed, I'll do something like 3. And start position, I think like 0.70 is like technically 1 block down, but I could be wrong. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and add the steering hinges. You will have to flip these after we are out of mirror mode. So anyways, let's go to settings, toggle shift. And then angle, we're going to do 89 because if any of this is actually, you know, glitching in each other or forcing itself into itself, it will kind of start glitching and shaking, and it's just all bad. So now that we have that, let's turn down steering help, turn the speed down to 0.50, and other than that, we should be good when it comes to the pistons and the whole flipping motion. So let's turn this all back into regular blocks here, and of course, paint it back to orange. Wait a minute, I just realized these are too far back. So let me delete this. I'll bring this forward. I will grab these guys and scoot them forward as well. Get this 1x4, bring that forward. This 2x4, and bring that one up a little bit, just so it's nice and sealed. And then, yeah, basically just do the same thing here. So anyways, now going towards the wings, let's go ahead and add a 3x1 here, a 4x1 on the ends of this one. And now basically, I'm just going to build up so we have the nice shape that we are going for. So something like that and that. We will chuck some of those wings in here, so let me go right there and also get this small wing and put that one in like that. So now that we have those, let's go ahead and just copy it on both sides, and then same thing with the top half. I'm just going to copy that and put that in the front. But now it is time for the engines, so let me go ahead and I think I should move this up 1 just so it's kind of sticking out, and then I'll add a little rounded bit here, copy this on this side, and now just essentially build it all the way back so it looks nice and flush on both sides. I think I'm gonna need to use these small ones. Again, not having the best block optimization, you guys. Surprise, surprise. But I'm only doing that just so I could round off this back end here. So let's go and grab these guys and copy them on the bottom half, of course. They did not flip the way that I wanted them to, so there we go, something like that. We'll add some 3x1s in here just so it's all nice and connected. And let's see if this front rounded bit actually copies all the way down exactly how we want it on this side. No, it did not. Okay. Let me flip that like so. Cool. All right, we're basically just filling in these gaps like we've been doing the whole time. And now we're gonna copy these and bring them forward and down just a little bit, just so, yeah, looks like that. Now I kind of want there to be a nicer looking intake, so I'm gonna do something like that. Then I'm gonna add a 2x4 in here, so let's flip that and put it like so. We'll grab these guys and of course flip them so it's nice and flush. Uh-oh. So there we go. That's better. That was weird. It flipped in mirror mode for me. But look at this, man. This is looking cool. This looks like a nice intake here, and it's all just kind of compact in this nice little rounded bit. So let me build these back like so. Add more of these rounded pieces, but of course we're gonna need to flip them so it's nice and flush. And now to get that nice gradual slope going all the way down, let me grab a 4x1 here and put that one there. Now again, I'm gonna turn this all into glass just so you guys have a better time seeing exactly what I'm doing. But let's add a block in here and also in here. And then we're gonna copy these and just bring them all the way down like so. We're gonna add a space thruster here on the bottom, and that can stay space. And then I'm gonna disable smoke. And then I'm gonna copy this going up here. That was weird, kind of flipped. But there we go. That looks good. Now let's add a large propeller. We're gonna go ahead and flip it and add it like so. But if we take a look at the forces here, you can see that the center of mass is perfectly in line with these wings here. So that's exactly what we want. But the downside of this is that when we flip these wings forward, we're gonna have a lot of weight in the front. Even though wings do provide lift, the downside is that when there's a whole motion of something leaning forward now, it will kind of start tilting forward, and that's not something we want. So what I'm gonna do here is basically just copy this guy and then flip it like so. Actually, flip it like this way. Change the control to shift and toggle. And then I'm gonna put it here and also right here. Now the reason for that is because when we start tilting this entire wing forward by turning these on to shift, these are going to turn on and essentially keep the nose more upright. Now you don't have to add this feature if you don't want to, but I just have a feeling that we are going to be leaning forward like crazy. So yeah, I'm just gonna add those in there and then of course change it back to normal. But let me go ahead and grab this frame and copy it. I'm gonna grab a flap wing and just flip it so it's nice and flush in here. But you know what? I was gonna add a gradual slope going down, but I think I'm just gonna taper that off on the very end kind of wingtip there. So instead of those 4x1s, I'm just gonna do a 2x4 right there. And also on the bottom. Now I'm gonna copy this big old kind of turbine engine thing that we just made here and copy it here. And now I will get these 4x1s, put this flap wing in here, and then add these rounded bits, kind of like what I did with the back tail. Man, that butterfly was really in my face, wasn't it? Okay, there we go. That is looking a lot better. So now that we have that, let me go out of mirror mode and then turn off forces as well. Okay, now let's go towards the inside. Let's go ahead and make everything glass and paint it black just so it's easier to see on the inside. We will add a seat just so everything is nice and able to be controlled. And then just so that this is all connected, I'm going to add a 4x1 on each side. Now it is time for everything to kind of fly like a helicopter. So let's add a gyro stabilizer. We'll put it here in the center. We'll turn the controls to shift and strength all the way to 10. And then I'm going to copy this and then also flip it here and also on this side. Now with these, I'm just going to turn it up to around 5, I guess. And then we are going to add a gyro and actually I'm probably gonna double this one up. So I'll copy it here and here. And because red is going forward, I'm gonna do W and S. And with the strength of these, I'm basically just gonna do 4. So now that we have forward and backward tilting and also the gyro stabilizers to keep us, well, nice and stable, it is now time for turning. So let's get a gyro stabilizer, put the controls to Q and E, turn the strength up to 6. We will go ahead and flip it and bring it up on in here so it is nice and centered. And then also, just so we have a little bit of tilt when we are turning, I'm gonna go ahead and just copy it again and flip it on its side. So yeah, it'll also lean into the turns a little bit when we click Q and E. Well, now that we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and just make everything normal again, no longer glass. I'm gonna get this wing and just have A and D as turning. And then just the opposite on this side, I'm going to do D and A on this side. And then with the tail here, I'm gonna have S and W. Oh, that's already right, never mind. So let's go ahead and do a quick little test here. If I click shift, oh boy, okay. You know what? I realized I never flipped these guys. Also, I never even tested these pistons either. Let's do 0.60. So let's go ahead and take off. Oh yeah, look at this, dude. Oh, this is great. This is so good. This is a perfect flying VTOL now. I was gonna say plane, but VTOL. Yeah, man, this is good. All right, let's try transform. Here we go. Okay, shift. Oh my gosh, that was so smooth. It's a little quick. I mean, I'd like to change that Also, the roll is extremely slow. But I'm gonna go ahead and paint this thing up, and yeah, I will be right back. Oh my gosh. Are you guys ready to see this thing? Hey look, a chicken. Sorry about that. In 3, 2, 1. Boom. VTOL, baby. Look at this thing. This thing looks so cool, bro. I like the paint job. I think it looks pretty slick. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Anyways, let's go ahead and take off here. Yeah, pretty stable. I mean, if you guys want to adjust your gimbals, or what is it called? Gyro stabilizers, you can go ahead and do that, but I like the way that mine feels, because when I start leaning forward, you could see that yes, it goes at a sharp angle, but because of the wings having such an insane amount of lift, it really likes to fight and just gain a bunch of altitude. Clearly, I mean, look at how high we are in the air already. But yeah, we can turn and do all that nice and fancy stuff. Of course, it does like to stay nice and stable after a turn, thankfully. You could always add more gimbals, or sorry, gyros if you'd like, but mine feels pretty good. Like I was saying though, the lift is absolutely insane. I probably shouldn't have the wings at such a sharp angle, to be honest with you, but I'm trying to make it as realistic as possible. But anyways, let's go ahead and do some low flying here. My goodness, is this thing so slow, dude. There's so much like wind resistance with the wings being at a perfectly 90-degree angle. But you know what? We're very slowly and cautiously going through this tunnel here. This looks so good though, dude. Like I was saying, it's a little slow, but you know, it's so good. And if you want to have some precision flying, this is definitely the kind of craft to do so. You can kind of do some nice spins. You can go very quick on the turning, that's for sure. Unfortunately, we can't land on the water, but you know, it works like a VTOL, and that's all that really matters. But that's enough of the little helicopter mode here. Let me go ahead and transform. You can see that that is insanely fast. Geez, I should probably turn that down, and it would be a lot smoother of a transition. But yeah, we still have roll. It is a little bit slow, but you know, it's kind of matching the entire plane here. The plane's not the fastest. I mean, we've already been over that, that's for sure. I mean, look at how chunky it is, man. It's not something I'd really expect to be flying over like 200 miles an hour, that's for sure. But whoa, look at this, dude. The canyon here is so cool. You know, I've never really played Stranded in Space, so I don't really know the layout of this map, so this is all just completely new to me. Let's go ahead and get lower. I want this to be a lot more dangerous of a flight here. Oh boy, tilt. Tilt. Okay. Oh no. Pull up. Pull up. Oh. Oh my gosh, dude. That was like probably the safest crash I could have possibly had in this thing. We ricocheted off a mountain. That's nuts. Oh my gosh, look at this lava here. What? Okay, wait. I wanna explore this. I've never seen this before. Wow, this looks so cool, dude. I've never seen lava in this game. I think maybe I've seen it on like that volcano inside the High Seas map, but other than that, I mean, dang, dude. I should really play Stranded in Space. This just looks so cool. But let's transform here and let's do some more cool flying. This thing is so slow on the roll, man. I really gotta turn up those wings there. Oh my goodness. Imagine just crashing into lava. I want to test that. Let's see. Oh, it's a solid. What? Oh, we're fine. See, guys, it is a seaplane. Oh boy. Oh, we're falling apart. Oh my gosh. Take off. Take off. Take off! Look, the bottom half melted off, dude. What the heck? Let's see if it flies any better. Oh man, it's kind of weird. It feels so goofy now. Okay, let's repair that. There we go. Oh, I forgot if I repair in mid-air, it's in helicopter mode. Yikes. Okay, let's keep going. Woo! I repeat, we're coming in for a landing, but a nice and sketchy one through a mountain cliff bridge. I don't even know what you'd call this thing. Go, 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 go. Oh, yes! Yes! Okay, let's come in for a landing. Let's come in for a landing. Something nice and clean here. Oh, we are so floaty. Oh my gosh, we are so floaty. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! Okay, so we have learned to not fly this thing like a plane when you're coming in for a landing. But I mean, come on, if you have a VTOL, are you really gonna try and land like a normal airplane? That's just kind of weird. Okay, so you guys know that clearly I've been messing around a lot when it came to stunts when being in plane mode. But let's see if I can actually do some stunts in the helicopter mode here by going through this sketchy little tunnel. I don't even know how I'm gonna get through this. The wings are just so wide. Oh boy. Oh, 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 we hit, but we're fine. We're fine. You know, I could honestly see why more airplanes don't have this design, to be honest with you. It's just, it's a little slow. There's a lot of drag, and oh, we gotta go up. Oh, okay, those trees, we don't actually collide with them. Very nice. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it looks cool. It's definitely an interesting design. Of course, if it floated on water, that would also be pretty cool too. But it just seems like there's not really a reality where this thing would be all that fast, all that great at precision flying, and also not really even all that safe. But if you guys did build along with me in this video, let me know how yours turned out in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to join the Discord. We are having a lot of people join that thing recently because I did the how to play Trailmakers video. And a lot of you are finding friends to play with. And also, I'm going to be doing another kind of community event thing soon. So go ahead and join the Discord if you want to play with me as well. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. I think it was very interesting and very fun to mess around with this plane and also just VTOLs in general. But as always, my name is LittleCornDogs, and I will see you guys in the next one.